podcast. I started writing things, different ideas. When I tell y'all I have different things written down here for podcast ideas, I'm probably going to go back and take some of those ideas and put it out as a podcast. Because I used to write it down and think, that's stupid. Nobody going to want to hear about that. But I got I shouldn't say I have so much, but I have at least 31. I have 39 plays on my podcast right now. That means 39 or how much ever people listen to my podcast. And when I tell y'all that's a lot for me. But anyway, I started recording the podcast. I started I downloaded the app and I started recording myself talking. And then I started recording myself and my husband having conversations. And then I started recording myself, my husband, and my son having conversations. And I said, you know what? I got a little bit of money. Let me invest in something. I bought a little mic stand, a microphone, and a pop filter, and some headphones. All in all, it was probably, give or take, $120. If that much, probably less. Not even. The mic stand was $20. The microphone was $20. The headphones was like, give or take, $65, $70. So yeah, about $120. Well, not even. 65, 20, 85. About over $100. And that's all you needed. I will plug the microphone into my phone so I can get a good, recording, and I plug the headphones in so I can hear myself. And that's all I needed to upload my podcast. So guys, you want to do something you're passionate about? Do it. Start small and do it. Don't worry about he say, she say, they say, it say, whatever, whoever say. You're passionate about it? Do it. Do it. I forgot the point I was going to make because I was blabbing so much. But carrying on. Supporting a black business, it doesn't take a lot and it doesn't take a little. It takes your genuine, I'm not sure if this is a word, but every time I'm speaking to my family or my mother, she always laughs at me when I say it. Genuinity. I know it's not a word. If it is, okay. If it's not, and y'all want to start using it, shit, use that shit. Promoting and supporting a black business doesn't take a lot, but it doesn't take a little. It takes genuinity. If you're genuine and you want to support, ain't nothing gonna stop you from supporting. Ain't nothing gonna stop you from supporting because you're genuine and you genuinely want to support. You understand what I'm saying? So if you genuinely want to support a business, you're gonna hype that shit up just like you're gonna hype any other business up. But you better hype it up even more because it's a black-owned fucking business. Hype that shit up even more. Hype it up so much so that they're gonna think it's your business. That's how much you should be hyping up a black business or black-owned business. If I'm going to the restaurant across the street that's just opening, that's black-owned, oh, I'm gonna hype that shit up from the week before. Or I'm going to get on my smartphone and I'm going to be like, y'all, there's a restaurant open across the street from my house. Shit look popping. I'm going to go there next Friday. Who popping out? Drinks on me. Or food on me. Or something on me. That's going to get people to look, right? Free? Okay. You got drinks? Cool. On you? Say no more. I'll be there. Let's say 5 of my friends come over. And 3 out of those 5 friends love to party and they know a whole lot of people. And they come over and we go to the newly opened restaurant across the street from my house, and I buy them 2 or 3 rounds of drink, and we get loose, and we get to have a good time. The ambiance in the restaurant is nice, the service is nice, the music is good. Even if it's boring as fuck in the restaurant, it's a black owned restaurant that we went there to support. Those 3 friends who are popular, or who know a lot of people, or who always party, aren't they gonna hit up some more of their friends and be like, I was at this restaurant and it was fun as shit? What you think gonna happen? More people gonna want to come to that restaurant, right? Even if they go and they say, I was at this restaurant, the food was good, the service was good, but the ambiance was they still gonna want to come because it's food. Somebody gonna like the fact that the food and the customer service was good. They're gonna go to that restaurant and they're gonna support the fuck out of that restaurant. And there you have a black owned business being promoted just because word of mouth, a smartphone. One person invited one person, and that one person know 10 other people, and those 10 other people came and they supported and they supported and they supported, and there you have it. That black restaurant now gonna be the talk of the town. Even if it's the talk of the town for a week, it was still the talk of the town. And people still gonna want to come and support it and promote it. That's how we promote. That's how ways of promoting. Those are different ways of promoting. And you can go there, you can hype yourself up from the week before. The day of, this is what you do. You get your smartphone out and you record everything. From the minute you wake up that morning to the minute you leave that restaurant. And I'm talking, you go into the store to get you a nice little outfit to go to that restaurant later. You show your outfit. You show your shoes. Fellas, you show yourself in the barbershop getting a nice fresh cut. Ladies, you show yourself at the nail shop, black owned obviously. Getting your set up, getting your nice full set, getting your toes done, getting your nice outfit. Y'all record yourselves walking out of the house, getting into the restaurant. Record the ambiance. Record, with the permission of the owner or the staff. If you could record them or whatnot, record them. Record every setting, everything. If you don't know how to edit a video, look online. See how to edit a video. If you don't want to edit the video, post that shit the way it is. I'll watch it. Post it the way it is. Show everything about your experience going to the black-owned restaurant, in the black-owned restaurant, and after leaving the black-owned restaurant. Show everything. That way it can be promoted. It can be promoted. If somebody sees a video of you so hyped to go to a restaurant, they're not going to be hyped too? They're going to look at you and smile. Even if they don't go to the restaurant, they're going to look at you and smile like, oh shit, she was having a good time getting ready to go. And when they see you at the restaurant, they're going to be like, oh, that restaurant looks nice. I want to go there one day. And then when you leave the restaurant, guess what? You're going to be recording that too. And guess what the people are going to look at? Oh, shit. She had a good ass time. Look at her. She's still talking about that restaurant 5 days after. Yes, the fuck she is. Because she's promoting the fuck out of that restaurant. She's promoting the fuck out of that restaurant. And that's how you promote things, guys. That's how you don't even if you go to the restaurant and you had a bad experience with the staff or the waitress or the waiter or the busboy or anybody in the restaurant, you don't cause a scene. You don't want that restaurant's points to get down in reviews on Yelp and all of those other places that review restaurants and other businesses. You don't want that restaurant to come down in reviews and points because you caused a scene. If you're genuine and you genuinely want this business to be promoted and to go far, be genuine about your actions as well. Something happens, pull the staff aside or pull the manager aside. Let them know, hey, I came to support and promote. I love it here. I love this. I love that. However, I had an experience and I'm uncomfortable with it, or something happened and I just had to speak out. I'm just giving you constructive criticism. It's up to you to take it or leave it. I'm just giving it to you because I'm genuine, and I don't want the next person to come and God forbid that next person is a blogger or a famous person on with a huge social media following, and something goes wrong, they blog about it, you lose points. I want us to win, so win. Fix that problem. Don't try to get nobody fired because you don't know if that's that person's bread and butter, only means of income, or you don't know if that's that person's only means of surviving or taking care of their families or whatever. Don't try to get nobody fired. Now, if you had a totally bad experience, still go to the manager and pull them aside. I'm talking a bad experience. I'm not going to say what, but I'm talking a bad experience. If you had a really bad experience, by all means, hit them up on the website. Hey, blah, 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 such and such. And it's unfortunate that it happened. However, I want to support, but it got to be fixed. If it's not fixed, or don't threaten them, but if it's not fixed, your support is lost. I mean, your support ain't probably that much to them, but it's one less of a supporter. You understand what I'm saying? I've been blabbling a lot. All of that to say, let's create our own website where we can sell our black products from our black owned businesses. Let's create our own black owned website and build it bigger than Amazon, bigger than Shopify, bigger than Etsy, bigger than every other website that black owned businesses sell their black products on. Let's build it. I may or may not come up with more ideas, but whoever's listening to this, if you find that that's a good idea and you feel like you know the people to get in contact with to create this idea, by all means, take this idea. Take this idea and run with it. Please, make a black-owned website. And I'm talking big. Whew. Let me go back to the business that I was talking about so I can give this business their rightful credit, because I was carrying on far too long. You guys, it must have came out of your head, the business that I just called out. That business was called Creations Lip Gloss. That's Creations with a K. That's KREATIONSLIPGLOSS. Creations Lip Gloss. Their Instagram is creations_lip_gloss. Their website is creations-lip-gloss.myshopify.com. Number 5. I said I was going to do 5 businesses, promote 5 businesses today. The 5th business is called AGSElite.com. That's AGS, S as in Susan, AGSElite.com. And it's basically any given Sunday elite.com. But the website is AGSElite.com. AGS Elite is an elite sports gaming group. Oh shit, watch out now. They are an elite sports gaming group. They sell products on their websites. A product in which there's a product that I'm going to buy that if I wear it, I know my husband is going to get me pregnant. So, if y'all see me on here a couple months from now with a big belly, just know my husband saw me in the gear that I purchased from AGS Elite. and shit happened. But they are an elite sports gaming group, and it's called agselite.com. Go check them out. The product that I want to purchase is just $20. And guys, they have some dope stuff on their website as well. Go check it out. Their prices are elite, and I like it. Go check it out. So guys, at the end of every episode, I like to do Uber Facts. However, I'm not going to do Uber Facts today. I am going to do something called, I don't know what it's going to be called, but I have this book that I borrowed from my mom's house, stole, and the book is called The Black Folks Little Instruction Book by Denise L. Stinson. This is how the book looks. Guys, if you want to see how the book looks, go onto my YouTube page and you can see the way the book looks. It's called The Black Folks Little Instruction Book by Denise L. Stinson. A little bit about Denise L. Stinson. She was a staff newspaper and magazine journalist for 15 years for such publications as the Cleveland Plain Dealer, the Detroit News, and Life magazine. A literary agent, she lives in Detroit, Michigan. The Black Folks Little Instruction Book is a collection of valuable and provocative expressions of insight and advice designed to make readers smile, remember, cherish, ponder, rage, and think. A joyous celebration of the richness and diversity of African American culture and history. And I took from this book three little snippets that I'm going to read for y'all and explain basically why I took these. And I'm going to be giving you guys more about this book, more on this book throughout each episode. So look out for that, as well as other informative things. Number one that I took from this book was admit when you're wrong. God, this is so authentic. You guys hear the noise? Excuse me. They're still playing ball. I love it. I love it. Number one, admit when you're wrong. Now, as a woman, I'm going to call myself out. I'm not going to call all women out. I'm going to call myself out. As a woman, when I am mad at my husband for something he did or something I did, I rarely admit that I'm wrong. Damn, I got quiet when I was talking. Let me speak up. As a woman, whenever my husband do something or I do something where I know I'm wrong, I rarely admit that I'm wrong. Let me repeat that. I rarely admit when I'm wrong. Now, that was then, this is now. My husband and I have been together for almost 10 years. And I am a work of art. People always say, I'm a piece of work, or, when wives or people or husbands refer to themselves, it's always, I'm a piece of work, or she a piece of work. No, I'm a work of art. Okay? This masterpiece, God built it. So I'm a work of art. And I oftentimes don't apologize. I didn't used to apologize, and I didn't used to admit when I was wrong. And I noticed that it started to take a toll on me. Not him, but me. I would get mad, and I would say mean things, and that not care about his feelings, but only care about mine. And I knew I was wrong, but I wouldn't admit it because of pride, because of shame, because of what? I don't know. Maybe because of insecurities as well. But I rarely admitted that I was wrong. And it's not until 4 or 5 years into our relationship that I realized, it's sad that every time something happens, no matter if I'm right or wrong, he always apologizes. I call myself out on my bullshit. I didn't wait for him to call me out on it. I didn't wait for my mother or anybody else to call me out on it. I called myself out on my bullshit. And I slowly started, because it takes steps. It takes steps. I ain't gonna front. I swallowed my pride so many times just to admit that I was wrong. And I know that saying this sounds like I'm wrong, but I swallowed my pride so many times just to say that I was wrong. It took time, guys, but I got there. We're not perfect. I'm not perfect. I got there. And now I openly apologize to my husband. I openly tell him, I was wrong. I'm sorry. I apologize. Let's work it out. Or whatever the situation, I apologize in that way. And guys, it's okay to admit when you're wrong. As the black folks little instruction book says, it's okay to admit when you're wrong. So go ahead and admit when you're wrong. Admit it. I wish America and the world would admit that they're wrong for treating black people the way they've been treated for years, and the way they're still being treated. I wish America and the world would admit. But I guess they have some insecurities and some things to deal with that they refuse to deal with. But that's tea for another day. Number 2 that I took from the book was, if the topic of discussion... Oh my God, this is funny. I just said America may be ashamed to admit when they're wrong. America is ashamed to admit that they're wrong for treating black people the way they treated them for so many years. And I said that's tea for another day. But listen to number 2 that I'm going to read for y'all. If the topic of discussion only focuses on what the man has done to us, we'll never get around to talking about what we can do for ourselves. Guys, how I tell you, sometimes I write what I'm going to say, but sometimes I go off of, off top. I did not write that part where I said America is ashamed to admit that they're wrong for what they did to black people for so many years. I didn't write that. All I wrote was admit when you're wrong. I would show it to you guys, but my handwriting is shit. Admit when you're wrong. That's all I wrote. You know what? Let me show it to y'all for proof. Look. Right here. Right here it says it. Admit when you're wrong. That's all I wrote. That's all I wrote. And then number 2 was... If the topic of discussion only focuses on what the man has done to us, we'll never get around to talking about what we can do for ourselves. Guys, when I read this, I took so much from it. But the main thing I took from it was, we'll never get around to talking about what we can do for ourselves. We'll never get around to talking about what we can do for ourselves. Guys, we can do so much for ourselves. We are a people that is strong. We are beautiful. We are talented. We are intelligent. We love no matter what. We can do so much. We can do so much, guys. It amazes me, it hurts me, it angers me, it surprises me, it makes me laugh the things that we can do, the things that we do, the things that we refuse to do. Like, we are such strong people. A thought just literally came to my head that I'm gonna get so much shit for this. Maybe they enslaved us because they knew exactly how strong we were. They knew that when they enslaved us, we would build for them. We would go to war for them, literally. And we will do things that we want for ourselves. But they didn't intend on us retaliating. They didn't intend on us saying, you know what, enough of this fuckery. Move. We don't want your shit no more. We are so strong that, like I said, I'm going to get shit for this. Our ancestors who are dead and gone and buried, their roots are implanted in the grounds and in the seeds and in the buildings and in everything in America. They are literally holding up America. They are holding up the world, but they're holding up America. Literally. Our ancestors. We are so strong that even in death, our ancestors are literally holding up America. And it's like I said, it amazes me, it saddens me, it angers me, it makes me laugh, it makes me get all kinds of emotions and feelings when I think about the strength we have, the unity we have, the love we have, the intelligence we have, the creativity that we have, and the way that we use it sometimes. It's amazing, yet I don't know what to say. It's just we are a people that are strong, and we we can do for ourselves, and we will do for ourselves when we come together and we do it for our future, to build. We gonna do it. Oh, we gonna do it. We are gonna do it. Just watch. We gonna do it. We gonna do it. I have so much more to say on this, but we gonna do it. Whew. And I'm looking at this now and I'm thinking to myself, if the topic of discussion only focuses on what the man has done to us, we'll never get around to talking about what we can do for ourselves. The topic of discussion is not always focused on what the man has done to us. The topic of discussion is more so focused on how the man is still doing it to us. How he's still doing it to us. And every person in command is just allowing it. It's just allowing the man to continue doing it. And now that we say enough is enough, get your fucking foot off of our fucking necks, the man wants to say, you know what? I'm going to do this for y'all. Or I'm going to give y'all this. Or I'm going to give y'all that. Hopefully that gets y'all off my back. No, we still gonna be on your back. We ain't taking our foot off y'all, but we ain't taking our knees off your back until you take your knees off of ours. Whew, I got myself riled up. Calm down, Kimberly. Number 3. Last one. If you have to leave your neighborhood. I keep laughing. Oh gosh, guys. Y'all gonna think I'm crazy, but I keep laughing. And I'm laughing because I wrote these things down with nothing in mind. I just flipped through the book and I said, randomly, let me write down 3 things from the book to share with you guys and discuss it. And they all tie into each other, or they all tie into something that my husband and I were talking about earlier. I don't know if I should read this first or tell y'all what I was talking about earlier. Let me tell y'all what I was talking about earlier, and then I'll read it for you. So we watched The Chi together. The Chi, created by Lena Waithe. Shout out to you, Lena. I'm coming to meet you, girl. Don't you worry. You, Issa Rae, Ava DuVernay, all of us, we gonna create and produce and direct a movie that's so it's gonna be the talk forever. But anyway, my husband and I, we watched The Chi, and the latest episode of The Chi. I don't want to ruin it for anybody who's listening, but we watched the latest episode of The Chi, and I paused it to have a discussion about politicians. And the discussion I had was politicians who come from neighborhoods like poor black communities. And let me tell y'all something, guys. Black communities are not poor. Stop with that narrative of poor black communities. Black communities are not poor. I see this every time on social media websites, and I've seen it before social media websites, and I've always said it to myself. Black communities are not poor. If black communities were poor, then trust me, the stores that are in the black communities that are thriving from the money coming from the black communities won't be in the black communities. Black communities are not poor. Black communities are very rich. So don't let nobody say poor black communities. Stop with that bullshit narrative. We are not a poor community. Our communities are not poor. They are not poor. Okay? They're not. Carrying on. I was telling my husband that I despise the fact that there are politicians who come from these communities, black communities, and go on to some help the black community and some tarnish the name of the black community. And I just lost my train of thought. Oh, got it back. I hate the fact that, let's say an assemblyman